welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, I'm Alon, and today, as you can see by the title, today I will be doing a girls talk video, and I will also be giving the girls some advice today. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on that post notification bell for more videos. Alright, y'all. The first thing that we're going to talk about today, we are going to talk about self-love and self-care. So first of all, you have to love yourself before you love anyone else. That's number one. With me, with self-love, just do the things that you love to do and the things that makes you happy. Whatever that makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else, because at the end of the day, it's whatever that makes you happy, not anyone else but yourself. What I do for my self-love and self-care, honestly, what I just do the things that makes me happy and the things that makes me me and the things that reminds me of me, because it's all about self-care and self-love. Also, what I do, I just read. I always journal. Journaling always helps me throughout everything. I usually journal at night when the day is halfway over. I just write about my day and the thoughts that I have, and whatever it is that's triggering me, I will just write everything down in my journal, and it really helps a lot. So that is my advice to all of you. I think you all should start journaling and getting yourself on a schedule of journaling. I'm going to put the soap that I use, that I put on my face, onto the screen, so if you guys want to purchase it, you can go ahead and purchase it. It really helps. It makes your skin very smooth and soft. Number two, stay motivated. What I do to stay motivated is I just read, get into some new books. Motivation is all about, just moving around, getting your body up. What I do to motivate myself is get up, I may exercise, just go outside, get some fresh air, journal. I always tell y'all, journaling is just something that I love to do, and I always tell people to journal, because journaling really helps. You can get your thoughts and things out and things like that. Also, what I do for my motivation, like I said, I just get up early. I make sure I set my timer. Usually I set my timer the night before, and I set it for I would set it for 9 or 10. Nothing too late and nothing too early, so in the middle. And to get up, brush my teeth, do my self-care, get some outside time, make sure I eat a good breakfast. And yeah, that's what I do to stay motivated. Staying motivated in school is very important as well. Okay, so what I do to stay motivated in school, I just focus, pay attention, and just have my mind onto one thing, which is school. I know it may be hard for others to focus because you got so many other things going on in your head, which is cool, understandable. That's very understandable for me, because I sometimes get distracted by some of the thoughts that's in my head as well. But I always just snap back into reality and think about what's going on in the school and what am I supposed to do on an assignment or whatever the case may be. I always just snap back into reality and realize that I'm in school and I need to only be focusing on school only. Just focusing on one thing. School is very important, guys, so be on top of your grades and everything. Me personally, I always been on top of my grades, staying on top of things, basically. Stay focused on your assignments. Anything else that's going on outside of school or anything, just try to stay focused. Just try to pay attention and just do your work. But it may be hard for others, and I understand that, but it's you have to stay focused. You have to try to stay focused, because if you don't try, if you don't stay focused, how can you be motivated? Number three, we're going to talk about dealing with toxic situations and toxic relationships. Number one, if you're in a toxic situation, a toxic friendship, or a toxic relationship, please remove yourself. Bye-bye. Toxic people are very unhealthy. You should never put yourself through toxic anything. You should never even surround yourself with any toxic people, because some people out here that do have problems with being toxic and they just can't help it. And another thing, you have to control you and your words. If you are right now dealing with a toxic situation or a toxic friendship or relationship, before you decide to ever leave a person, please communicate. You definitely have to communicate with a person, because communication, number one, is key. Tell them how you feel. And if, I always tell people, if you tell a person how you feel or if you tell a person how you feel about a certain situation or something that you're having problems with, and they don't respect your feelings, that is okay. Because at the end of the day, you told the person how you felt, and now you're moving on. There's no point to keep trying to explain yourself. But at least your communication was clear, and at least you told the person how you felt before you left the relationship. So it's like, after the fact that you tell a person how you feel, they always try to make it seem like you're so wrong for saying how you feel. Number one, if a person make you feel like you're wrong for saying how you feel, I would never go for that. If a person make you feel wrong for saying how you feel, distance yourself. And maybe it's time for you to go, because it's like, no one should ever make you feel like you're saying anything wrong about your own feelings. That's not right at all. And if that's the case, if they don't realize what they're doing to you, you need to make them realize what they're doing to you, because people would never know. And that's why I said communication is key. People would never know how they treat you until you tell them. And I'm gonna be straight up with all of you. I don't deal with toxic people, toxic friendships, toxic relationships, anything toxic. If you're toxic, I will not deal with you at all. Yeah, if a person is toxic, they're toxic. Like, you can't put no excuse in front of that. Like, I don't deserve that, and I don't think anyone else deserves to be with anyone toxic or any toxic love, because it's only gonna hit you at the end. Number 5, moving on. Me personally, moving on is all about healing, leveling up, building your self-esteem, and just doing things that you love, having more confidence for yourself. Self-love, you all have to have self-love. Self-love is just very important to me. Guys, be kind to yourself. You all have to be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself is just like treating yourself very well, like keeping up with your hygiene. No one's judging anyone. It's just like, just treat yourself well. Be kind to yourself. You can't change anyone that's toxic. You can't change anyone, period. And you just have to be the bigger person and move on. Number 9, how to deal with anxiety and depression. Okay, so anxiety is one of my things now. I feel like I've always dealt with anxiety. So what I do with my anxiety, basically, the first thing, number 1, I take deep breaths. I take like a few deep breaths. I'll say like 5, 6 deep breaths if it's really bad. If it's not that bad, if I feel like, I would just take about 3, but not too much. For anxiety, I will always just take deep breaths. I will also journal and write about whatever it is that's triggering me. I will just write it down. Also, coloring really helps for me as well. It may help for all of you, but definitely number 1, taking deep breaths is very helpful for anxiety. Drinking lots of water is something that I always do for my anxiety as well. Drinking plenty of water really helps for anxiety. Taking walks and making sure that you get a lot of fresh air for you. The heat sometimes can like trigger your anxiety a little bit. I realized that. That's the first number 1 method that you should use for anxiety, and I suggest all of you should use taking deep breaths and drinking plenty of water. Helps for your anxiety. And depression, I never dealt with depression before. I would just say build your confidence back, build your self-esteem, write down some new goals that you want to achieve for yourself, or it could be for anything. Just write down some new goals that you want to achieve for yourself, and achieve a goal for your sports. Build your confidence, your self-esteem, and love yourself. Do a lot of self-care. Organize, be very organized. Keeping your room cleaning, that helps. That's like cleaning. Come on now, you have to clean. If you like reading, get into some new books. Shopping, and just remembering who you are. Like, that's some of my advice for people that's through depression and things like that. People go through many different things, and a lot of people don't understand that. So everyone, like I said, always be kind to yourself, and everybody should always be kind to others, because you never know what people may go through. And to number 11, dealing with stress at school. Tell yourself, like, if you're stressing about any situation, any topic, or anything, tell yourself that you're going to get through this. That should be the number 1 thing that you should say to yourself when you're stressing about anything the case may be. Taking your time when you're stressed stress, like especially at school, you have to take your time throughout everything. Like take your time. Like it's no point of rushing. The work will get done. As long as you keep telling yourself that you will get through this, you will get through it 99% of the time. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and answer some of your questions that I got for the Q&A slash girl talk video. Never put yourself through anything that you don't have to go through. Number two, knowing your worth is very important. You need to know your worth. Relationships is always around. Don't force yourself to date. Don't force yourself to talk to anyone. And don't force yourself to entertain anyone. Give yourself time. Like, give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to grow. Give yourself time to learn. You're not missing out on anything. I'm going to just let you girls know that now. Relationships are always going to be around. Someone said, how do you focus on yourself and not worry about whether boys checking you or not? You shouldn't even be worrying about anyone but yourself at the moment that you're trying to focus on yourself. You shouldn't be worrying about if the person is thinking about you or not, because 99% of the time, yes, they're going to still be thinking about you because you're very beautiful. Dealing with the toxic relationship, first, communicate, express your feelings. I also know that there's some people out here that are scared to express their feelings. No. Honestly, in a relationship, you should be able to express your feelings and communicate with your partner and tell them how you feel about whatever the situation may be or whatever, without them making you feel a certain way about just trying to explain your feelings to them. Because yeah, like it shouldn't be one-sided. They should be able to listen to you and you should be able to listen to them as well. It's all about communication and trying to fix things in a relationship. If your partner never changed their actions after you told them one time that you felt a certain way about a situation, never be afraid to remove yourself from them, because in a relationship, a person should always be able to hear you out. And it turns into an argument, now it's definitely time for you to go. And arguments should never be even in the case of you trying to express your feelings. Because also, when you're expressing your feelings to your partner and you're mad about something, be gentle with your responses with your partner. Be patient. Don't give up if that's something that you really want. So yeah, don't give up on your partner. This is for relationships and friendships. Never tell a person more than one time how you feel about anything, because the person heard you once, and if they decide not to change their actions, maybe it is time for you to remove yourself and focus on yourself, and never be afraid to remove yourself from anyone. Spending time with yourself is very important. Learning more about yourself, also setting boundaries, and also keeping your mind busy is very important as well. Always keep your mind busy. Oh, and this is another thing with moving on from like long lasting relationships. Always keep your mind busy and focus on one thing at one time. Just do things that you know that's going to keep you occupied and busy. Puzzles also help. Okay guys, so that wraps up today's girl talk video. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on that post notification bell for more videos. I hope you all got some advice on anything that you all might be going through. If you have any questions or if you want to vent about anything, I am here. I am free. You can text me on my advice page and I'll be sure to get to you. Bye guys.